All right.
Tom, how you doing?
Good. Welcome to Baker Party Rentals.
Thank you. So tell us, if you could, just a little bit about these two examples that we've got here.
Well, this chair here represents one of our most recent purchases of the A6 chair. We ordered about 1,500 of these last year,
right.
and we're doing very well with these. And this particular chair here is one of the original Alloyfold. It is about 10 years old,
Right.
has held up remarkably well, and as I told you at the show, in now ordering another full container of these,
Yep.
along with half of them being fan back, we are so excited to have them in our inventory because we've had such a good track record with them. As I mentioned to you, one of my main reasons in deciding to continue with this chair, even though cost-wise it is one of the most expensive chairs on the market in this style of chair, for me long-term it really is more economical. Number one, it is extremely durable. This chair proves that point. 10 years old, they're still in good serviceable condition and have not had structural failures and many issues such as that with the aluminum and all the stainless steel fittings. They hold up really well. We use the chair washing machine, and so the chair is submerged in water and gets wet regularly when it's being cleaned. So that part has held up really, really well. I've not had the worries of rust, which, as you know from years gone by when we originally talked this issue, that was one of our big concerns with some of the steel frame chairs, is we were having rust and potential structural failures going on from rust and corrosion on the inside, and we've eliminated that. The other big advantage to this chair for me is the fact that it's so much lighter. I mean, I don't know the exact weight issue, but I think it's about half, maybe 30% less. 30%. So for me, and this is something I've never been able to tabulate, but when you take a dolly full of chairs, a pallet full of chairs, it weighs less. So the staff that are carrying them, toting them about, loading them into trucks, unloading them, which is, when you take an order of chairs, that requires a lot of handling, both to load it in the truck, to get it to a customer, take it off the truck to give it to them, load it back up. So all of that handling, anytime you can reduce the amount of weight and impact on staff people each time, all the better. The other issue that I can't quantify is that reduced weight has a bearing on all of my delivery vehicles. It has a bearing on the suspension, on the brakes, on the tires, on all of the operational systems of the vehicle. I don't know how many tires I haven't had to buy. I don't know how many brake pads have lasted just a little bit longer, but there would be definitely an advantage to that.
Do you have many people that comment that it's too rough looking, or is it presentable enough after a 10-year period to keep renting?
It is very, very presentable. In fact, that's again one of the main advantages to the aluminum frame, is it can be polished. Some of these incidental marks are easily polished out. Some of our previous experience with powder-coated framed chairs is that the powder coating over time, inevitably with constant handling, will chip. And once it's chipped, particularly if it's a white frame, the marks show. And I never, in trying some of those chairs, was ever able to figure out an acceptable way to touch it up or refresh it that would be enduring and lasting. So with this frame, the aluminum polishes out very nicely. It doesn't chip, or the finish is all the way through. So it just has held up really well and makes that chair very presentable to each and every client. This chair is very, very easy to maintain a nearly new condition and presentation each and every time.
Great. All right. Thank you.